tonight. We ain't going. He invited everybody.
For a great draft champions contest here. Lucky to witness it. I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. These guys that you see on your screen, they won't be witnessing. They will be participating in what should be an excellent game. Let's get down to the field. It's time for kick. The getting to know each other process is over. Time to get down to it. And we're off in week 3 of Draft Champions. And there's a flag on the field. They come out here in the eye. Now a play fake here on Tyler Eifert. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Tyler Eifert, 60 yards. And the Eagles have taken the early lead.
I know guys who design defenses, they try to prepare for everything. But you ignore the guy who plays tight end at your own peril.
Yeah, and he's like having another wide receiver out there sometimes, right?
Exactly right, because they're such a matchup nightmare, and they're hybrid guys. Are they receivers? Are they big guys that block? How about the one we just saw there? Catch it and go. Run after catch all the way into the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep, and they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. They go play action here on first down. And, right away, he lost the football. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Then Steve Smith hauls it in. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 26 yards on the play there. And that'll lead here to a third down. They're still in search of the first down after that last completion. But they brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Trent Murphy coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. They'll indeed go for it with Osweiler. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. That one good for 21 yards. And they're able to move the chains as they convert on 4th and long. Fresh set of downs here. Play action. It's Osweiler. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. On 2nd down, Osweiler. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there. I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
Now it's the Chiefs' all-time leading rusher, Jamal Charles, on the carry. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
That is caught. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal. And the seemingly endless drive continues.
This offense is in rhythm now, just accumulating first downs and moving the ball downfield.
First down, and he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Jamal Charles taking it in. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. And he's able to put it through. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Back here with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We've had the kickoff to begin the first quarter. Now it's time for the second quarter kickoff as they'll take over with the ball 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Tyler Eifert, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Heading out as the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
They pitch it to Charles. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I can say this from experience, especially from a defensive back's perspective. There's not many things more terrifying than a toss sweep or a pitch play and all that beef out in front of the runner.
Yeah, I had an old coach say 3 words on those plays, toss or pitch. Set the edge. Heard them over and over.
A lot of times they roll the edge, and when they do that, that's why you can go for a long way.
And now a first down following that long gain. The throw on first down with Osweiler. It's brought in left side by Tate. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. They'll hand it off. This is Charles. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Jamal Charles with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And there's a flag on the play. So bad mistake there by the kickers. The ball goes out of bounds. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. 1:59 to go in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. Now Cook. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 16 yards on the play. And it'll be third down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Terrence Williams, 54 yards. And the Eagles have moved out in front. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Oh, and you just can't do that. 15 yards on the roughing the kicker call.
Absolutely inexcusable. The kicker's in a defenseless position, and he just gets taken out.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be taken short. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here.
A really nice read by the offense. They caught the defense not covering the middle of the field, went to the post route, and found the receiver wide open for a nice gain.
Now it's Osweiler. Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Tyler Eifert on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right?
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Watkins alone on the left side.
Here we go.
Throwing, Cook. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and they're going to face a third down. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
Out of the gun now on third down. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Navarro Bowman able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play, and it'll be fourth down. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14.
Here we go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this Texans defense stands tall. And now out comes Houston. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. On third down, Osweiler. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to try and go deep again. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? This is taken about 7 yards deep. Muscles him off. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And the Texans set to come onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. A great read, and it's picked off. And he takes this one back.